those of you that's serious. The two gentlemen that are standing back there talking. Grab a seat. All right, to hear some incredible stories. Today, so many people doing great things. The SMB meeting was awesome. Right? We had a real intense. Kind of reminded me a little bit about it. Kind of reminded me a locker room talk. Right, so it was that kind of intense. I saw people there just getting ready to start crying because they were just so passionate they were about to do something big, right? And I was sharing with the SMBs. You know, John Maxwell has a book called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and he talks about, in that book, he talks about creating momentum, right? Momentum is everything. You either have momentum or you don't have momentum. And when you don't have momentum, everything is a big deal when you don't have momentum, right? But when you create momentum, nothing is a big deal when you create momentum. So it's about all the champions that you've seen on stage right here. Leaders have the ability to create momentum. So I want to kind of give you a strategy and a game plan on if you're going to make a big move. There's several specific things that need to happen, right? I remember when I first got started in the business, right? And I was talking to my lead, and at the time, he had been in Primerica for 4.5 years, going on 5, and he was the only six-figure earner in his business. Then he left Primerica, came over to WMA at the time, before we became WFG, and he had a bunch of people in his base shop. He was a six-figure earner, but he really didn't have anyone in his base shop, right? That was a six-figure earner plus, right? So I get recruited, and I join this team, and everyone's right around the same place. No one's really doing anything. Everyone's kind of complaining, and it's just Ed Milet, right, is a source of energy, and everyone's kind of floating around, like some of your teams right now, right? And I started looking around, but I was spending a lot of time with Ed, and he was always selling me the dream of how my life was going to be different if I was willing to do the things that most people weren't willing to do. But in his environment at the time, outside of him, there was no proof that the dream exists outside of him. Because when I was talking to other people, they would go, well, Dan, you know, you're around my lead, and my lead's always gonna tell you good stuff, but you know, the business is kind of hard. Let me tell you like the real deal and all of this stuff. And I remember hearing the 80%ers, and I went back to my lab. I was just like, well, I don't know if I should come full time, you know. And he's like, what are you talking about? Who have you been talking to? Right? I said, well, I talked to this person and that person. He said, Charlier, why would you talk to the people that are not winning? He says, what they're not telling you is what they're not doing. Right? So we had this conversation. So he sells me the dream, right? Sells me the dream. Says if you're willing to do the things that most people are not willing to do, you'll live the life that only a very few live. He said, but here's the deal, Charlier. There's 2 WFGs. You decide which WFG you want to be in. There's the 20% of WFG, and these are people that are living their dreams. They have their time. They're enjoying life. They're maxing it out. And there's the 80% that just watch this happen, right? They just sit there, they're here, they're at the moment, they're at the right place, everything's in front of them, but they just sit and watch. You decide what you're gonna do. And I remember saying to myself, I do not want to be a spectator. See, some of us are sitting out there right now, you're watching all these people walk the stage. You got to decide today, I will no longer be playing as a spectator in life. And I decided at that point, I said, you know what? I don't want to be like anyone in here. I got to tee it up. I got to get after this thing, right? So I come full time. And right around September of 1999, something crazy happens, right? I get paid, I go online, and I make $950 that month. I was telling the S&Ds this earlier. And I said to myself, oh my God, I made $950. And I got pissed off inside. Because I said to myself, Francis, I'm better than this. My family deserves more than this. And we were doing an event kind of like this, right? And Malet brought a speaker to come speak to the team. His name was James Catless. And James Catless gets on stage and he says, I'm sitting right next to Malet, and he says, there's only one person in this room that makes over $1 million a year. And that's me. And I'm sitting there next to Malet. And I'm already pissed off because I only made $950, right? So when you're already angry, you find things that piss you off. So some of you that are really, really sensitive, you're real always like on the tip about people pissing you off. There's some other stuff going on, right? Usually you have no momentum. So I was in that space. And I looked at Malet, I said, did he just say that? And Malet was like, no, he's my buddy. I said, no, that ain't cool. I said, he ain't my buddy. I said, oh no, it's going down. It's going down. We're gonna pass this guy up, right? So he gets off. I didn't want him to shake his hand. I didn't want to shake his hand. And he actually probably didn't even mean it that way. But I used it for fuel to even get mad, right? So I get up on stage. I said, look, here's the deal, you guys. We got to go to CEO. We got to become a CEO team. We got to step up. We got to step up as a team, right? And inside of that, I remember thinking to myself, what's in it for me? I mean, I love Malet and Christiana. Thank God that Christiana got my number, all this stuff. I love that stuff. But I said, what's in it for me? And there were several things that was going on in my life at that time that I was very dissatisfied with. One of them was, I got my senior marketing director promotion. I was an S&D, but I didn't have my ring. Some of you are walking around, you're S&D, or you're MD. If you're an MD and a senior associate, you should have your ring as a senior associate and MD. Geez Louise, we pay you 100% of the target premium. You should be like MD, SA, you should have a ring. So I'm an MD, I'm an SMD, I don't have a ring. And here I am, I'm doing the BPMs, right? And I'm talking about the dream. And in the back of my mind, I'm going, oh my God, I'm talking about the dream. I'm showing how easy the comp is, and I don't have a ring. And I said, you know what? I got to get my ring. No more of this stuff, me not having my ring. I can't take 12 months to do it. I got to do it in the next 90 days. The second thing was, I had a little hoopty. You guys know what a hoopty is? And every time I got in my car, it was like rolling dice on whether it was going to start or not. So I would get in there, I said, you know what? I just need a car that's reliable. Something that when I go in and I can just turn, boom, and it just starts, right? And I remember telling Louise, I said, Louise, I said, I need a car. I said, but I'm not ready yet, but I need a car. I want to get a Mercedes, right? I think I had a little, I forgot what I had. I think I stole my Honda or something, right? And Louise says, Danny, my car broker, you know, Louise, she's having tea parties at the Ritz. So she has a car broker. I have no idea what a car broker is. He says, my car broker, his name is Lee Gillette, he can get you any car you want when you're ready. I said, okay, let me get his name and number. So I give him a call. So I said, hey Lee, this is Dan Gauthier. You don't know me, but we have a mutual friend with Louise. Louise tells me you're the best car broker in Orange County. Is that true? He said, yes. I said, well, I'm not ready yet, but in December, I want to get a new car, and I want to get a Mercedes-Benz S550. He said, okay, I'll take care of it for you. I'll see you in December. So I remember taking a picture of it and put it in my room, right? I said, man. Then I called my mom. I said, Mom, so ever since I went in the Marine Corps, right, I would always send my mom like $25 a month, and as I got promoted, it was like 25, then it went to 50, then I got up to gunnery sergeant, it was like $130, right? So I was having a conversation with my mom. I said, Mom, I said, let me ask you a question. How much money have you had on a monthly basis that you can relax and you don't have to worry about money? And my mom tells me, you know, baby, if I had $2,000 a month, I said, you know what, Mom? In January, I'm going to send you a check for $24,000 and put that in your account. I don't want you to worry about money next year. So she starts crying on the phone. Oh my God, I love my son. Blah, 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 blah. All this. I haven't done anything yet, right? These are all things that I'm putting pressure on myself. Then we had a Hawaii contest, right? This is September, the end of September of 1999. We had a Hawaii contest. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? Malet said 20% of the company, the players, all the players are going to be in Hawaii in February. The 80%ers are going to be back home. The 20%ers are going to be in Hawaii. I said, oh my God, I can't stay back with the 80%ers. I'm not an 80%er. I'm a 20%er. I'm not the guy that doesn't show up in the office. I show up in the office. I'm not the guy that doesn't make calls. I make calls. I'm not the person that doesn't prospect. I prospect. I'm not the person that doesn't go on appointments. I go on appointments. I'm not the one that doesn't know how to close. I know how to close. I'm not the one that's scared all the time. I challenge my fears. So guess what? All of those people are going to be in Hawaii. I have to be in Hawaii. That's my fear. I don't want to be back home with the what they call it, the peanut gallery. Right? And so I take the poster for Hawaii, I go home, and I tell my kids, at the time, Justin and Brianna, I tell them, I say, hey, Daddy's taking you guys to Hawaii in February, right? And then we turn around and said, okay, I'm going to do all this work, to push my leader up, to CEO, ignite the team, kind of like what Melinda and Comfort's doing right now, right, with the entire team. But in the process of doing that, I'm going to achieve all this stuff, these personal goals that I have for myself, right? So I put my head down. I'm going to share with you exactly what I did at the time. I put my head down, August, right? October, November, December, right? So I'm just working away. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just working away. The month of October, I make over $20,000 that month. The month of November, I make over $30,000 that month. And the month of December, I make over $50,000 that month. So combined, those 90 days, I make over $130,000 in those 90 days, right? So it's December, and I'm not even paying attention. I'm just working away. So we hit CEO 2.5 months into the run, right? So everyone's excited and all this stuff. And I'm on the 57 freeway. I'm on my way back home on an appointment, from an appointment in Diamond Bar. And my phone rings in my car, right? So I pick up the phone. It says, Dan, this is Lee Gillette. I said, oh, hey, Lee, how you doing? He says, hey, it's the end of December. You told me 3 months ago to be ready. I need you to come to my house right now. And I said, Lee, I'm tired of it. He's like, look, you got to come to my house right now. I got something that I want to show you. So I said, okay, so I'm on a 57. I got to go all the way to the 5 and get off the Oso Parkway and go all the way up past Motor de Casa, go up to the gates, get my ID. It gives me directions to his house. So I pull up in front of his house. Here's my car. And he comes out, he says, Dan, he says, you told me 3 months ago you would be ready. and I believed you. So I bought your car. And if you have your checkbook, you can drive it home. I said, you know what? I do have my checkbook. And I wrote him a check, right? And I remember getting in that car. And I remember thinking to myself, man, this stuff works. If you work, it works. Right? So I share that with you because once you make that decision, incredible things can happen. But indecision is what hurts us most, right? So you think about it. Where's my presentation and the clicker and all that stuff? Where's my presentation? So when you think about it, why do you want to build a team? Ask yourself this. Why do you want to build a team? Right? You hear all great things come to those who build a big base shop. All great things come to those who build a big base shop. What are the great things that come to those who build a big base shop? I remember thinking to myself when I first heard that, and I remember Rich Scully said, can you imagine all the trips, all the awards, all the recognition, all the fun, all the big income, right? Come to those who build a big base shop. So if you build a big base shop, right, all of these perks come from those who build a big base shop. So the number one thing that has to happen is that you got to decide that you're going to build a big base shop, right? So you look at that, this thing's moving slow, okay. So you look at that, awards. Imagine going to every big event, and there's tons of awards on stage. If you're a big base shop builder, you automatically know you're going home with a bunch of awards, right? If you're not a big base shop builder, you're sitting in the crowd, you're clapping for everyone else. Now let me ask you a question. I remember the first time, right? Because some of us are too cool for school. We go, oh damn, you know, that recognition thing, it's really not for me. I'm not big on recognition. You're just scared to try. You're just scared to try. I remember the first time I walked on the stage, and I went, man, this is awesome, right? Well, when you build a big base shop, guess what? You're always going to get awards. You're always going to get right. And let me tell you something. It's so powerful. I remember the first time I went home, right? And I got like 6 awards. And I took them and I put them in my son's room. And the next day, I went in his room. I only seen 3. I said, what happened to the other 3? My daughter comes in. She says, well, Dad, you know, you put 6 in Justin's room. There was none in my room. You know, I took 3 and put it in my room. And I said, man, right? And it's so exciting for your kids to see you compete. Right? You got to get after this thing. You can't be too cool for school. So some of us that are sitting in the crowd, you got to flat out compete. It's got to make you uncomfortable that you're not on the stage. That no one called you and told you, hey, you're going to be a 3-minute speaker or a 4-minute speaker, or you're going to host a meeting or whatever the case may be. See, building a big base shop allows you to do that. It also excels the building of new leaders, the bonuses, residual income, big income, travel the world. Like Paul just talked about. See, Paul forgot one thing in that story. I remember that story about the Hebrew. You know how he said, oh, the whole thing, he never did? There was one part of that story. The one part of that story, Miriam, his wife says, babe, are we gonna qualify for this trip? And when Miriam said that to him, he ignited. You follow me? He ignited. Boom! And qualified for it. Right? Which was a tremendous part of that. Right? Big income, travel the world. I just want you to think about this, right? Imagine if every 90 days you were going somewhere around the world with your family. Every 90 days. Like, do you know, like, every 6 to 8 weeks, like, my wife and I were just like, God, I feel like I should be somewhere. Like, God, it's been, like, how long has it been since we've gone somewhere? I was like, babe, we were just in the Maldives like a month ago. She's like, oh, God, it feels like a long time. Like my kids are like, Dad, how come we're not traveling? I go, hello, you just came from Hawaii. She's like, yeah, but that was back in February. Right? So imagine, before WFG, I was 33 years old before I went on my first vacation. Imagine if the norm now is every 90 days you're traveling the world somewhere. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, that happens to those who build a big base shop. That's why you want to build a big base shop. It's going to give you your time, right? It's going to give you awards, recognition. You build new leaders, residual income, big bonuses. All the big bonuses go to those who build a big base shop, right? So what is it costing you to not have a big base shop, right? So let's say you decide, right? You decide at some point, you leave there, you say, you know what? I don't understand any of the stuff that they were talking about, but I need to understand what this big base shop is, and I need to build a big base shop, right? So now, great associations, that's 20%, just like Paul just said. While you get into Hawaii, the conversations that we have by the pool, the dinners, the lunches, the deal with other couples and all of this stuff, and you start to find out, here's what happens when you go to Hawaii. Here's what happens when you start to associate with the 20%. See, right now in your offices, there's no competition in your office. You show up early, you're the only one there, you're the only one making calls, and you look around in the office, there's no one there, and you go, man, I'm the only one. See, when you go to Hawaii, you meet all the other only ones in the company. Yeah. And you go, hey, oh, yeah, that's me, yeah. See, you're so start being on a leader's board. See, when you go to 20%, they go, oh man, you're in Hawaii. Oh, you were there for like 3 months, man. You were like number 15 and I was 14. Oh, you're so-and-so, all this stuff. See, that's where you meet the other 20%ers. The other 20%ers are not in your office. You got to fight for those associations. You got to fight for them, which is incredible, right? So now, and you're changing lives when you build a big base shop. Imagine all the people that are quitting their job, they're coming full time, right? They're getting after this thing, right? Their lives are literally changing. I remember the first time I had a conversation with Nate Ireton about Jeff Brookshire. I don't think Jeff was in Hawaii. You were telling me about him. Jeff Brookshire, Nate and I are in Hawaii. And they say, hey man, Joliet, I got this senior associate, man. He's not even at SMB. He went out and opened up his own office. I was like, what? What's his name? Some guy by the name of Jeff Brookshire, all this stuff, right? Like we were having that conversation in Hawaii, right? Came back and we met. Paul met with them. Who got together with him. Now they exploded him in the show, right? So you get a chance to change lives when you build a big base shop, right? So now, you think about it. Think and Go Rich talks about procrastination. The opposite of decision is procrastination. So we wait and we wait and we wait and we wait, we never decide. Whether you've been here a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? So it says the opposite of decision is common enemy, which practically every man must conquer. And say man, it means man and woman. Right? You will have an opportunity to test your capacity to reach quick and definite decisions when you finish reading this book and are ready to begin putting it into action. The principle which is described is massive immediate action. That's straight out of Think and Grow Rich. Right? So let's look at it. So the first thing, nothing happens without you making a decision. So there was a point where James Chung made a decision. So James said, this is my shot at the big time. He made a decision at a meeting like this. He says, you know what? I appreciate Jeff and Michelle so much for giving me the opportunity. There was two conversations that happened, right? One conversation is that Jeff and Michelle were clear on their intention. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Two was, James showed up and said, hey, him and his wife got together and said, this is bigger than us. We got to step up. We got to push our leader to CEO, right? Within that, just the energy of giving, right? They go to SMD, they go over $150,000 a year in cash flow, they go to Hawaii, and they do that within a 90-day period and pushing their leader to CEO, which ignites the other teammates. Now, the question for you is, you making that decision for yourself, how does it impact your team? It's going to impact your team, right? So you look at that. My whys are changing as well as I do. I'm crystal clear on my vision. I communicate that vision of future to my family and team consistently. I look at what's holding me back from the next level. What is holding you back from the next level? What's the stories that you're telling yourself right now? Right? Some of you are like, oh, my health. Some of you, oh, I'm getting old. Some of you, oh, I'm too young. Some of you, oh, my English is bad. Whatever story you're telling yourself, that story is holding you back. So what about creating a new story that serves you? Right? So the story that I was telling myself at the time, I was just like, well, I don't know anything about financial services. I don't know anything about entrepreneurship. I'm a blue-collar worker, right? I'm telling myself all these stories on why I can't be an entrepreneur. And my left says to me, says, Charlier, why are you telling yourself that story? What if you found out that story is a lie? What if you found out that story is a lie? Who says you can't be financially independent? Who said you can't fire your boss? Who said you got to call another man boss? Right? Who says you got to wake up to an alarm clock? Who says you can't make a six-figure income? And why do you believe him? It used to be a normal thing. In my conversation, I would be like, well, my boss, he's like, dude, you're like 33 years old. You're a freaking grown man. You're calling another man boss? What the hell's wrong with you? And I said, well, what's wrong with that? Everybody has a boss. He said, no, not everybody has a boss. You have a boss. And you need to fire your boss. And I remember the first time I said, you know what? I went to work one day, and you know, in the military, you have to salute the officers, right? So my warrant officer, good morning, sir. You know, you pass behind by your leave, sir. You have to do all that stuff. And one day I was just like, I'm going to fire your ass. I remember saying that, I'm going to fire you, right? And I made a decision. I said, you know what? I made a decision that, you know, I don't want to wake up to an alarm clock anymore. You know, and just wake up like that. I said, I don't want to do that anymore. That will no longer be a normal thing for me. I want to change my norm. I want to be able to get up at whatever time I want to get up. I was talking to someone the other day. He says, hey, what do you do? I was like, whatever I want. He goes, what do you mean? I go, yeah, whatever I want. He said, well, what do you mean by whatever you want? Whatever I want. He's like, I don't understand. I says, well, I get up when I want, right? And I decide to do whatever I want every day. I said, position where you can just get up whenever you want. You ever notice, like, the different on a Saturday morning than it is on a Monday morning? You ever notice that? Like on Saturday morning, automatically you wake up, something's different about the energy. And Monday morning, you wake up, and it's just like, something's different about the energy. What if every day felt like a Sabbath? Ever notice on a holiday, something's different, the energy. What about if every day was holiday? Can you imagine that? Well, I want to challenge you to imagine it, right? So that decision has to be made. So you have to find some reasons, right, that's going to move you emotionally. And they are different for everyone, right? So now you got to get specific. So Jeff and Michelle says, you know what? We're going to make a move. Paul and Mary Ironton says, hey, we're going to make a move. Nate Ironton says, hey, we're going to make a move, right? But the first thing they got to do is they got to get specific. I remember sitting there with Paul and Miriam, and we're in Chino, right? And they had a bunch of people on their team that quit, and we were having a conversation. And then Miriam turns around and says, hey, we got to make a move. And Paul says, hey, we got to make a move. Then they got clear on what they wanted. So here's what we want to get. We want to get someone that's in the market, that's got credibility, that's a great person, that's competitive, right? And then boom, Tita shows up out of nowhere, right? And their business, literally, they go from 0 to hero. You're one recruit away from an explosion. And then I remember the same time when Nate makes that decision. There was a time when Nate was by himself. He was just a personal producer. And all of a sudden, he makes the decision. He gets really clear on what he's looking for, right? Boom, Jeff and Michelle shows up, and his business blows up. Then Jeff and Michelle, they get really clear. They want to make it, they go, boom, I want to get a married couple. That's Chinese. They're good people. They have integrity. They have a strong work ethic, right? They're competitive, and they're hungry. And boom, James and his wife shows up, right? See, you're one recruit away from an explosion. See, most of us have a depth perception on how far we think success is. It's actually just right in front of you, right? So you start to take a look at your personal recruiting. You got to be specific. See, you're going to have general recruiting, but then you have to also get specific on what you're looking for. Give you what I mean by that. When I was a Marine Corps drill instructor, and part of recruit training is that we would take the recruits to the rifle range. When we take the recruits to the rifle range, the M16A2, which is a service rifle, the recruits can take that weapon apart, blindfolded in less than 2 minutes. They have to be able to shoot it from 200-yard line, 400-yard line, 600-yard line, 800-yard line. And they have to be able to hit a target that's not a moving target. So they qualify marksman, sharpshooter, and expert, right? So all the Marine Corps asks for is that every Marine is a basic rifleman. Now, put you in a combat environment. There's nothing basic about a combat environment. Guess what? The target's not standing still in a combat environment. The target's shooting back at you. You're not getting 8 hours of rest every night in a combat environment. You got fog of war. You're tired. People are getting killed around you. And they show in a combat environment, 90% of the rounds that's shot by a basic rifleman hits the ground, hits the dirt. Not even effective, right? But also, in the military, you have a Marine Corps sniper. A Marine Corps sniper has a totally different set of rules. Their rule is, there's nothing basic about what they do. They have one shot, one kill. They're in a tremendous stressful environment. They're very clear on what their target looks like. They know when, they got all the intel, they know when it's going to show up. They could sit in a bush for 4, 5, 6, 7 days just to take that one shot, and when they know when they take that one shot, they've got to hit that target. See, specific recruiting is very different than general recruiting. So are you clear clear, right? Are you clear? Have you set your intention? Just like Jeff did, just like Paul did. And that person for me was Louise Hay. She was the one person. Boom, I got Louise, and my business just took off. Right? Who's going to be that person for you? Who's going to be that couple? Who's going to be that individual? You're one recruit away. See, if you can set that intention, there was a time Paul and Miriam's team, they only had a couple of people. Boom, they got that. Boom, Chica shows up. Boom, they blow up. That can happen for you in 2016 if you get clear, right? So, a couple of ideas. Professional prospecting. There are people in many different industries. You see all these leaders here. Some people in the real estate business, right? Some people in the car business, some people in the entertainment business. You got all different walks of life, right? So I remember professional prospecting one time. I'm in a car wash, and they had all these cards. And I grabbed all the cards, and I started making calls. One of the guys was in real estate. I said, hey, can I speak to so-and-so? Says, yeah, this is Dan Chaudier. You don't know me, but I'm sitting at the car wash, and I got your card from the stand, and I noticed that you're in the real estate business. He said, yes, I am. I said, my company is growing and expanding. We've had a huge amount of success with people in your background. What's that?
The mic fell.
Oh,
yeah.
Mic drop. We've had a huge amount of success with people in your background. Do you keep your options open? And he says to me, it's incredible that you called me right now. I'm actually in Hawaii with my wife, and I was just telling my wife that I was tired of real estate, that I needed to transition. Right? So that's professional prospecting. There's accountants. Right? There's accountants in here. There's real estate, and you got people in here. There's people in mortgages. You got all different types of people. Right? What are you doing to professionally prospect? You've got all this stuff on my WFG Online that you can go after other industries, because you've got people in here from all different types of industries. Add that to it. Add that to your business, right? Then you got industry prospecting. People in the insurance industry. You understand that 90% people that are in traditional industry, 90% of their challenges is trying to get in front of the client. You understand? I was talking to a guy from the industry, right? And he makes 300-400 calls a day in a cold market. So he's telling, we're at the cigar lounge, I said, please tell, because I had a couple of guys from my base shop, I said, tell them how many calls you make a day. And so he's telling that he's making 300-400 calls a day. What kind of calls are he? He says 90% of people he calls hangs up on him. He said, but if I know if I make 300 calls, I'm going to get 2 clients. I said to him, I'm going to tell you something that's going to absolutely blow you away. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe me. I said, so every day you show up in the office, you're calling 300 people, and you know I'm going to hang up on you. He says, yes. I said, dude, when I tell you this, you ain't going to believe me. I said, I have agents that have this list called a top 100. Right? We qualify the list to a top 25. They have someone that has credibility with those people till that list is warm. I said, what would you pay for something like that? He's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I said, you know the biggest challenge that we have here? No one makes the calls. He's like, why? He's like, are you serious? Like, he's like, what else could they be doing? Right? So to him, he's like, oh my God. Well, guess what? We need to go get those guys. They're looking for an opportunity. They're looking for an opportunity like that. See, the WFG platform now, you guys, it's open for everybody. It's open for everybody, right? So what's your strategy to go get industry individuals in our business? Scripts, elevator scripts. You need to know the elevator script. When somebody asks you, what is it that you do? You need to be able to answer that in 30 to 40 seconds and get a card, right? That's all part of your personal recruiting action. Leverage your warm market. See, there's a lot of people that you know right now that you need to ask them for help. Say, look, I'm on a promotion run this one. I need your help. I need to sit down with you for 5-10 minutes. I want to show you who we are, what we do, the opportunity available. Even if you're not interested, I want you to introduce me to people that you know that are great in sales, people that you know that are great teachers, enthusiastic, ambitious, money motivated. If you're not confident enough to do that, get those people in front of your leader. See, it's either them or their market. That needs to be part of your strategy. In every office, you got to have a phone zone where those things are being done. See, want that personal recruiting action, set an intention, but be very clear. So the general aspect of it, it's kind of like what I talked about the Marines, where you're a basic rifleman, but they're very specific. You know exactly what your target is, what you're looking for. Make sense on that? Now, 24 to 48 hour follow-up. You got to follow up with every time you prospect someone or you get a name, they got to hear from you with no less than 24 to 48 hours. You got to set up a system for that, right? Now, one of the affirmations you want to say to yourself, right, every day is, I'm one recruit away from an explosion. I'm one recruit away from an explosion. It was a normal day when Paul Ireton got recruited. It was a normal day when Nate Ireton got recruited. It was a normal day Melinda was washing her hands in the bathroom. She was just washing her hands in the bathroom, and someone said, hey, and talked to her. And now look at this. You follow me? I was hanging out at a club with some of my friends on a Sunday night, just hanging out. And I said, hey, give me a card. Can you imagine that? Right? Are you teaching this stuff? Is your team doing this? What if you say every day, I'm one recruit away from the show. I'm one recruit away from the biggest people in WG are being recruited now. Could you see, you don't have to be a Paul Ireton, but you can override a Paul Ireton. You don't have to be a Jeff Bushire, you can override a Jeff Bushire. You don't have to be a Steve Hay, you can override a Steve Hay. Isn't that cool that you can do that, right? Which is pretty cool, right? Next, you got to grow your leadership. You got to personally grow. You got to personally grow, right? So let's talk about that real quick, right? Let's think big and keep it simple, right? Are you rereading your books for new nuggets? I pay attention to the association I have that challenge me. I'm accountable. Believing and help others leaders to grow. If you watch all the leaders up here, at some point they were challenged and they took the challenge seriously. See, some of you are challenged, but you don't take it seriously. You're very casual about it. Take that challenge seriously, right? Are you challenging your team? See, what starts to happen, you challenge a couple of people. You say, you know what? Everybody that joins us 25 recruits, 25 absent 30 days. Everybody does that. That's a normal thing around here, right? Meanwhile, in the back of your mind, you go, no one does it, right? But he doesn't know that, right? So then you go, when no one does it, then you drop your standards. You go, everyone does 10, 10, 30. No one does that now. And you go, everyone does 3, 3, 30. Oh, no one does that. And what you stop doing is you stop challenging people in your business. So the person that would walk in, like a Theo, that would go, that's challenging 25, 25, 30, that would do it, you don't challenge it. So you start to drop your standards, which is one of the things that I think Jeff and Michelle Brookshire, their base shop, Jeff has very high standards. And he's very clear on what his standards are. And he's constantly challenged, he's constantly setting the example, right? What are you doing to personally grow your leadership? Right? You want to have a bigger team, right? Well, what type of leader do you need to become where 50 people will follow you? You want to have 100 people on your team? What kind of leader do you need to become where 100 people will follow you? What are you doing systematically to grow your leadership, right? System implementation. Are you a student of the business format system? See, one of the reasons it's important for you to never miss these kind of events, to never miss the BPM, to never miss Fast Law School, to show up at every event, right? Why do you show up every Tuesday, every Saturday? You show up at the phone zones, you go to conventions, you go to Fast Law School. See, every time you do that, every time you do a one-on-one, every time you go across the kitchen table, you're raising your IQ, you're raising your entrepreneur's IQ. Most people join our business, they have an employee IQ, they don't have an entrepreneur's IQ. Entrepreneurs think differently. See, this is the new business, this is the new school for business. So every time you come to one of these meetings, boom, something happens. You learn something new, right? You gotta understand the system. The 6 steps, the 8 speed filters, prospecting, the approach to contact, the presentation, follow-up, startup, the duplication process, the 8 speed filters. Do you know all that stuff? Do you understand the psychology of the system? That's why you show up to all the meetings, right? You learn all that stuff. Course correct quickly. So there's 2 feedbacks. So you want to get around your leadership, you want to get around your mentors, right? Right? And then you want them to watch you, right? You want them to watch you and then give you feedback on what you need to do to get better. A lot of times some of us, we don't ask for feedback. So we keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. The other feed is that you got to get feed forward. Feed forward meaning that, hey, I'm at $100,000. I want to get to $250 million a year. I want to have a conversation with you so you can coach me on how do I go from 100 to $250 million. When you were at $100,000 a year, how did you go from 100 to $250 million? Are you having those kind of conversations? Are you stuck? Right? How did you go full time? How did you plan that? So you got to get feedback and you got to get feed forward, right? Personality driven versus system driven. Business, which vehicle are you driving? So fast forward 5 years from now. How do you want your business to be? Do you want 100% of your income to come from you? Or do you want 90% of your income to come from your business, 10% from you? Well, if that's what you want, are you recruiting? Are you building and developing people? Are you all in? Right? If you got all your chips pulled in, pushed in, right? So full system implementation, you got to get that done. You got to match up to explode, right? Learn what the matchup system is. Learn what the matchup system is. How many leaders do I have that can set appointments and get in the field and get results? How many trainers do I have in my base shop? So maybe you don't have that many trainers. Well, guess what? You got to borrow a team till you build one. Right? I'm growing my leaders, trainers on my team. I see it cultivate the momentum and trust the matchup system creates in my team. Do I see a scarcity or abundant mentality? How's the matchup system working in your office? Are you using the matchup system? Are you leveraging the other leaders in your office? Right? Conscious, positive, and opposite. This is a huge one. You got to be positive. You got to be positive. You got to have a positive attitude, right? So you look at it, am I aware and control of my state, my emotions? My emotions don't control me. Some of you are like emotional roller coasters. When you're up, you're like, ah! And when you're down, you're like, ah! You got to control that stuff. See, leaders are not too high, they're not too low, they're even kill. You follow me? You follow me on that? I show my team that I'm always positive and optimistic. No one wants to follow a dull, disillusioned crybaby. No one wants to follow that. So if you don't have a team, you don't have a big team, these are some of the areas you got to get better at, right? Why do you want to get better in those areas? Because the better you get in those areas, the bigger your team becomes. You follow me on that? My team is positive, optimistic around me and each other. I remember when I was like learning this, right? So for some reason in the office, everyone felt comfortable coming to talk to me about their challenges. So I would be in the office and someone would say, hey, did you hear? And I'd be like, hear what? And say, oh, let me tell you, da, 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 da. Let me tell you, da, 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 da. All this stuff. So one day I went to Ed's office. I said, hey, man. I said, hey, Ahmed, did you hear? He said, hear what? Where are you at for the month? That's what I want to hear. Where the hell are you at for the month? That's what I want to hear. And he said, Charlier, he said, don't become this garbage can where people come and open it up and dump all their trash on it. They said, what is it about you that people feel comfortable coming to tell you all their negative stuff? He goes, there's something that you're thinking that you're attracting that to you. And I started looking at that, I started going, wow, I never looked at it like that before. You know what? And I started working on it, right? People would come, hey, people would come up to me and would be like, hey, I don't mean to be negative. I said, then don't. And I would stop it. Then I would shift there thinking, hey, where are you at for the month? How many calls did you make today? How much money do you make this week? Right? I started shifting all of that stuff so that stuff never comes to me, right? If my state shifts to the negative, I know what changes to make to get me back to the positive quickly. For me, if I start feeling a little negative or whatever the case may be, I jump in the pool. Boom. I can have all my clothes on, jump in, boom, and wake up. You're like, whoa, what just happened? I'm up. You follow me on that? What changes do you do? Right? So you gotta be optimistic. You got the decision to plant your flag. There's no other company that will give people that mentorship system, credibility, and opportunity that we do. This is your shot at the big time, right? The past does not dictate the future. The biggest leaders are coming, be ready to lead them, right? So as we're making this move as a team, as we're creating this momentum, right? What are the great things that are going to be happening within your organization right now? Can you imagine, just like when Paul and Mary made that decision, when Jeff and Michelle made that decision, when Louise made that decision, when Christopher and Michelle made that decision, right? When Melinda made that decision, right? What happened to their business? What can happen to your business if you make that decision today? Right? Who's going to be the flag carrier? Who's going to carry the flag? Who's going to lead the point on the team? See, I got a feeling, you guys, I'm telling you, I got a feeling somebody's going to do something. There's going to be a big boom. Someone's going to do something incredible. I'm telling you, I just got a feeling they're going to be like, what? What happened? Oh my God, who did what? I just got a feeling. I got a feeling it's going down. Right? Check this out. Well, yeah, I told you guys about this. Okay. Mobility exchange principle, all the good stuff. Right? SMD University. So we got the food right here. You guys don't have to go anywhere. If you're yeah. Fired up. Yeah. You ready to do something big? I got a feeling, you guys. I'm telling you, man. It's about to go down. And let me tell you, I used to think that I was talking to 7 to 10 key people, but I got a feeling like this is falling on a lot of people. I've seen it. I've been walking around. I see it in your eyes. You got a lot of people in here that's got that burning desire to do something great. And there's nothing more powerful than being on a championship team with momentum, right? With momentum, right? You gotta visualize this thing happening. This is going down. Your dream. See, you know what I love about WFG? you can actually sell someone a dream, and you can actually give them a vehicle that they can go apply themselves and make that dream come true, right? So tonight, we have SMD University. That means if you're an SMD, you can't stay here. You got to go. No SMDs. Don't try to roll back. Don't try to be like, well, man, you know, I don't want to be an SMD no more. I want to go back to energy so I can go to SMD University. No, you got to go. That makes sense? It's going to be all senior associates, MDs, training associates, with me in here, and then we're going to lay out the orientation, and we're going to have the classes. You're going to have access to some top leaders. But it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a good time. Now, if you're an SMD, I want you to stand up. If you're an SMD, I want you to come up here. All the SMDs come around and come on up. All the SMDs. That's SMD, EMD, CEO, EBC, all of your SMDs. Come on up. Hey man, Dan, I just want to promote one SMD. All the SMDs, come on up. Move a little faster, Sabrina. Put a little pep in your step. So if you're sitting down, if you're over there, come on up there, Comfort. You're an SMD, dude. No, you didn't know that, Comfort. Listen to this, you guys. All of you over here, we want to challenge you to be up here as an SMD. So as SMD University, when is your date that you're going to become an SMD? When is your date that you're going to build a big base shop? An SMD with a big base shop, right? So we want to challenge you to become an SMD, to build a big base shop, to build a business that's profitable. How many of us want to do that? You want to do that? Well, at one point, listen to me on this, at one point, everybody was where you're at right now. And everybody on this stage got to a point where they made a decision that they were going to go from sitting down on here to up here. Today is your day to make that decision. You understand that? Even if you're a brand new person, today's your day to make that decision, to make that happen. Thank you guys. Have a great night. We've got some food there from Togo. And I will see you guys for SMD University.